afraid to turn out the lights? Is there something you're scared of? What's there out in the dark? Make sure to keep all your windows locked. Do you surrender? You try to stay awake. These walls you can't escape. Here's one for the lonely hearts, for the ones that fear the dark. You better run out of here. Bet you can't look the other way. Here's one for the broken road. That's the only one you know. You better run out, truth or dare. Get me out, take me anywhere but here. Oh, anywhere but here. One. Do you lie awake at night? Are you afraid to turn out the lights? Is there something you're scared of? What's there out in the dark? Make sure to keep all your windows locked. Do you surrender?
Hello and welcome to PHP Alive and Kicking. Now, this is a podcast that talks about all the cool stuff happening in PHP. I'm Mike Page and my co-host over there is Chris.
Hello.
We are brought to you by PHP Architect and made better by our partners at PHPScore, but more about them later. Before we get into today's show, we've got a few things we want to talk about. First of all, if you're listening to us live on YouTube right now, head over to our Discord where you can join in the chat. Please, this is a live recording, so do get in there. Let's have some questions for our guests. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of excitement about the subjects we're going to be talking about today. Whilst you're on YouTube, hit the like and subscribe button. That would be great. We do have for you a magazine discount. We produce a monthly magazine all about PHP. If you use the code ALIVE3, you'll get the first 3 months of the digital annual subscription for free. We also run a conference, PHP Tech, which is coming up very soon, not far off now. The start of this year is going really, really quick. So yeah, that's in May. Alongside PHP Tech, we're also running JS Tech for the first time ever, where there will be, you can either go to talks on PHP or talks on JavaScript. Yes, we are mingling the two. That might be a bit dangerous, but we'll see what happens. We also have our swag store. Head over to the store and you can pick up some cool t-shirts, caps and all sorts over there. There's some really cool merch over there. Okay, that is, I think, ticked all the boxes for everything we need to say. Is that right?
We could also let slip that if you happen to go to jstech.io, then early bird ticket pricing is still available until the end of the month.
Oh, yes, early bird, end of month. I forgot about that one.
But only on jstech.io.
Okay. Shh, don't tell anyone. Don't tell Eric and John.
No, don't tell them. They certainly didn't mention it on their podcast.
I haven't listened to it yet. I'm going to get in trouble now. I haven't listened to it yet. Right, okay. Before we bring on our guests, I want to share a video. Unfortunately, I haven't worked out how to share the audio as well as a video, but we're going to switch over to that. We'll share that, and then our guests hopefully will miraculously appear on the screen while we're over there.
We could all hear the sound.
I am the sound.
So yes, unsurprisingly from that intro video, we have Shane and Simon with us from Native PHP.
What's up, y'all?
How are you both?
Yeah.
Ladies first. Ladies first.
I'm not doing too good. I've been doing a lot of traveling, and it's finally catching up with me. Made it to London, but come down with the lurgy. So yeah, not feeling.
So are you that jet lagged that you're actually 24 hours behind yourself?
I think it's jet lag. I think I've just got a cold. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty rough, which is the worst way to start a podcast. I'm sorry, everybody, but I'm not feeling great. Yeah, you make everybody feel better, Shane.
All right. Hey there.
Grandmaster.
Oh,
that's me.
Well, you two have been very, very busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah.
Quite a big announcement at the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
excited a lot of people.
It has.
Yep.
So-
I mean, just cat's out the bag. You want me to say it? Is that what it sounds like? You're leading me into this, and one of us should say.
That's kind of our job. Which one are we doing to say stuff?
So native PHP, for those that don't know, which is really funny because we announced this a couple weeks ago. Native PHP for mobile now is free and open source. There's the big highlight. There's more. There's a lot more than that, but that's the big highlight. We announced this, we had like Laravel news articles go out. We had our own tweets like scheduled to go out on time and all this stuff. And then we put that video and a tweet yesterday or the day before, and it got hundreds of likes. And so many people are like, wait, you can do mobile from PHP? Like they didn't even know anything about this. So it's like, there's still a lot of people that we have yet to understand what's going on here, like trying to see what we're all about here. So the more avenues that we can shout from, the better. I feel it's just going to make the whole core of everything that much better and enable us to do things like make it free in the first place, So that was a struggle and a lot of work to get to that point, and a lot of back and forth, I think, emotionally, and a lot of work. There's no shortage of work in this whole thing. But what's so funny? What are you laughing at?
No, emotionally, you're right.
Oh yeah,
it's been a roller coaster to get to this point.
It's like, one of us would be like, dude, we gotta go free. We'll open the floodgates. Everyone will come in. It's like, we can't do it. And then like 2 weeks later, the roles are reversed. So like the other one is like, no, we gotta make it go free. You're right. It's like, no, actually, I misspoke.
But
like
it's not just that it's free. You've done a lot more work. That's exciting. It excites me. This is the second time you've been on the show with us, and we talked about this before, and I'm pleased to tell you both that I have now started not just a mobile app but a desktop app as well. 2 different projects. When I say I started them, Claude did it for me.
Yeah, that's even better actually. We spent a lot of time training AI on it, so that's good.
So I have got 2 projects that I'm sort of going back and forth and doing little bits on and playing around with it, and it is awesome. It's so cool. But you've made it even better.
Yeah,
very good.
For what have we got? I've just got the announcement up. So a big announcement about plugins.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite things to talk about. Yeah. Let's
talk about the plugins, the change and approach to the plugins.
Before you go into the deep technical aspects of that, I think it's worth just saying, like, when we were talking last time, I actually can't remember when it was, but I've got a feeling it was around the time that we did V2, or we were coming up to V2 releasing.
Yeah.
Maybe it had just come out. I don't know.
I think you were just about to come out because you told us about the QR scanning and barcode scanner.
Yeah, that's right.
The big reveal you did was that QR was coming.
So at that point, we had a whole bunch of new toys that we'd thrown into V2, but they were all baked in this like really, what I'll say now feels like a really cumbersome way of doing it. But we'd had dreams, sort of a vision of what this could be to make it really extensible. And we realized that for V3 basically. It sort of happened just before V2 came out, the kind of fundamentals for it. But then over the last few months we polished it up, and it's enabling the plugin mechanism, which is really, really cool. And that, just like on its own is a huge thing for the next version of this tool because of what it enables. And Shane, I'm sure, is like itching to go into all of the detail for that.
I'm fine.
So I'll let him do that for a bit.
No, thanks. No, there's a lot to talk about here. I think the big smile came over my face because it's like, I can't believe half of this shit works, to be honest. Sorry for the cussing. It's incredible. And I think like if you go back to like at the beginning of the project, we were looking at other frameworks that are out there do something similar. And some of the nightmares that they have is because they broke things up into like modular bits. And it's like that creates the dependency hell of things. And we were like, we don't want to do that. For very real reasons, we had to. And I think that's kind of what Simon's getting to in that. There's two big reasons we had to do it. Number one is, as he mentioned, it's bloating. Every time we add, all right, people are asking us, we want camera, we want microphone, we want Bluetooth, we want printer, whatever it is, right? We're putting it in core and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Whether or not you're using that software, it's there and it's bloating, right? And on the web, we don't really have to think or worry about that. And it's a different mindset, even for us coming into this. It's a different mindset of having to save space. Like we just have some server. If it gets too big, we'll just like, you know, extend the ELB or whatever, the not the load balancer, the whatever it's called, the EBS. Which is it? Yep. Which AWS service is the Elastic hard drive?
You mean
anyway?
EBS.
Block storage.
EBS, right?
Yeah, Elastic Block Storage.
So you know, that's just a different paradigm shift that we had to think about and consider. In addition to that, I think it was within a day or two after launching V2, we had some of our users coming to us saying they're getting their apps are rejected from the App Store because they don't have what's called a permission string. So if you have a camera software inside of your app and you've seen it before. The first time you use the app, it pops up and it's like, this app wants to use your camera because it loves to take selfies. Like it's a permission string, right? If you don't declare that, it goes into a certain place inside of your iPhone or Android app. If you don't put that there, then you're not going to get you're going to get rejected. But these people weren't even using the camera was the thing. And so we were like, why? We didn't understand it. Well, they're detecting it in the binary. So Apple, when you submit it, they have some algorithm that's detecting that the software is there. And they're like, you have software there. And so you could fudge that, right? You can get by and just say, oh, we just, we're taking pictures because we like taking pictures, whatever the reason, like you can get by that. But we knew that wasn't a long-term solution. So we had to go this route of plugins, what we're calling plugins, is modular native APIs that are composer packages. Essentially, just composer require, install them, and you're off to the races.
So Joe says EBS can do 64 terabytes. I'm now wondering what a 64 terabyte phone looks like.
You remember back in the day when they had those whole rooms of computers? A
2 megabyte hard drive was the size of a fridge.
Yeah, right. So true. Yeah. So plugins. I love talking about plugins. There's really cool things that I'm seeing people in the community and our Discord channel are building with plugins. It's really like it gives me butterflies seeing some of this stuff. I just get very like emotional and excited and like, look at this thing taking a life of its own. There's so many people contributing, and we do have a marketplace for the plugins. I think when we launched this, there was something like 14 or 15 plugins that we had, and we made most of them are free. Some of the ones that people really ask for, or some that will actually make you money, that you are, like secure storage. You need security. Everybody needs security. And people are like, you're charging for security. I'm like, yeah, look at Norton or McAfee. I mean, it's a good business model, right? Push notifications, because those are like directly actionable towards revenue generating actions, we feel. So there's some that we are charging for. People that have had licenses with us, they purchased licenses with us, or they were early access program partners. They get discounts and special things. So we don't want anyone to feel gypped or ripped off or anything like that. We want to take care of our users. And then moving forward, what we're providing, once we get back from EU in a few weeks, we're going to start working on allowing third-party plugins to be sold or for free on the same marketplace. We have a nice distribution channel there for that. And we've had, I don't even know, 2 or 3 dozen plugins already submitted to us that are just waiting for us to figure out legal and compliance and all that, jargon stuff that we got to figure out for that. So it's really exciting. It's going to just enable more and more people to use this. And there's literally no limitation now as to what we can do from a Laravel application, from a PHP application on a physical device. I have yet to see any real limitations other than a couple very core things that we know we have to work on: background tasks, scheduling, little things like that. That, I mean, they're not little things, but they're really core fundamental things. What this does for us, though, is now we don't have to put our heads together and like say, all right, which of these 55 different plugins everybody's asking for do we want to go and build? We can just let the community go and do that. It frees up some of our time to do things like this, be on podcasts and shows all over the place and talk around the world, as we've been doing and will continue to. And my caffeine's obviously kicked in. So thank you guys for the space to talk a little bit. Appreciate it.
No problem at all. So you say you got some the core. Oh, I can't speak. My caffeine has run out. Some core plugins that are free, and then there's the premium ones. I was just trying to see if I can find the list of the free ones.
Yeah, that's a good. If you just go to nativephp.com/plugins.
Yeah, I'm in the announcement you made on the first. So you got biometrics, geolocation, push notifications, scanner, and secure storage listed under the free core ones.
No, those are the those are the paid ones.
I do apologize. They're the marketplace ones. No, I have misread.
It's all right, man.
The free ones are mobile dialogue, mobile system, mobile browser, mobile file, mobile share, mobile network, mobile microphone, mobile device, and mobile camera.
Sounds right. Yeah.
I got that from the homepage.
Once again, Chris beats me to the Googling. And then there's some really cool paid ones. Sorry?
So it's not a race, but you do win a prize. So well done, Chris.
Is my prize a subscription to the paid ones?
Well,
sure.
We'll talk about that later.
I've already got them because I bought the Macs.
There you go. And I think, actually, look at that statement that just happened. We can talk about this. This is a safe place. I mean, it was kind of the elephant in the room is like, we are now going free and open source. How are we paying for our bills? And I think that's something that we're not scared to talk about. This is something that there's some transparency. There's some things that it's like, it's a business. We got to figure out the right line there. But, we have a Bifrost as a product. So if once you have a native PHP application, you want to distribute that. We built Bifrost as a product as kind of like Forge or Cloud is to Laravel. This is the way to get to the app stores, right? And so you just connect your GitHub repository for your project and you put in some credentials that you need for the stores and you hit ship it and it will ship it. We're going to be spending a lot more time on making that even more streamlined, less friction for the end user, perhaps some command line stuff that you can deploy. Maybe we were talking about it. We'll see. And then plugins. And I think other than that, we do have ambitions for a video course. Probably within a month to 2 months, we'll be releasing that kind of thing. And because we know that education is like the biggest thing. If there's so many people that want to use this and they try to use it and then they fail for one reason or another. And it's like, oh, if they just had me and Simon there next to them just for 10 minutes here and there, they would be off to the races and they're making mobile apps for themselves or their clients users, their users. So, like the decision to go free and open source was scary. It still is scary, to be honest, because we are both full-time on this project. And from month to month, it's like, we're not sure if we're going to pay bills sometime, most of the time, actually. Like usually it's at the end of the month. We're like, hey, look what happened, Whew. And yeah, it's been kind of a roller coaster in that regard, but we're hoping to see that even out with some partner programs and some sponsorships and stuff like that to kind of smooth things over for the interim.
You mentioned something there that I just wanted to latch onto before we go to our sponsor, because I'll forget when we come back. There is now a video course on Laracast.
There is. Yeah, Simon.
And it's completely free thanks to the Laracast team. It's funny, actually, I recorded a lot of that back in May, June last year, and it's only just come out now. Yeah. So it doesn't. It's a little bit unfortunate because there's been like obviously a lot of advances that we've made in short order, and obviously a big part of it is, you know, I say a big part. One bit in one of the videos I mentioned that you have to pay to get access to the thing, you know, and now it's free. So it's sort of outdated as soon as it's come out, but that's kind of the nature of doing that kind of content, which is again why we want to make our own and start spending some time focusing on that. But yeah, go and watch the Laracast course. It's a good start. It's completely free, and if you don't mind droning on for a couple of hours, then you'll be all right. But you can dip in and out of videos.
I won't watch it then.
And figure out what's going on.
Well, I'm hoping you don't need to watch it because you should know how to use the product.
Well, should.
Anyway, on that note, let's hear from our sponsors.
Thank you to our partners at PHPScore.com. Every app builds up technical debt over time. It's the price we pay for shipping new features and moving fast. When we build up too much of it, though, it can start to impact how we work. Team velocity suffers, bugs become more frequent and take longer to fix, and everyone starts to get a little frustrated. The key to managing debt is to measure it. A credit score can help you understand how well you're managing your financial debt, and now there's a credit score for your technical debt. Go to phpscore.com to get a free technical debt score and monitoring for all of your PHP applications today.
Thank you, PHPScore. I will just say I said the wrong thing. They are partners with us. It's not not sponsorship. It's a partnership that they are with us. I just thought I better correct myself. I realised I'd said the wrong word. Okay, let's keep diving into this huge announcement that you made at the beginning of the month. So the next thing on there is Jump. Now this is a pretty cool thing. I have not tried it yet, but it looks pretty awesome.
Jump is dope, man. So it's really cool. And I'll say, so there's Jump and Mimi, and I had almost nothing to do with Mimi other than just like, hey, make those buttons smaller or make it so I can zoom in, you know, like just telling Simon some stuff that I see as a user. And I think he had kind of the same, like we talked like fundamentally about how Jump should work. And then I just went off on the races. I was racing. We were racing. So Jump is, let me see if I can say this without saying the words I don't want to say. Yeah, I can do it. Jump is an app for your phone. So you can go to the Play Store. You can go to it's through Test Flight right now because Apple's a douche and that they're not wanting to change apparently, but we'll figure it out. Well, I'll go back to California and twist some arms or something. We'll figure that out, but it's in Test Flight at the moment, and that's good for up to 10,000 users. I think we've just hit about 1,000 on Test Flight users. But what it is, it's an app that you install on your device. You can start a brand new Laravel site project, Composer require native PHP mobile, and then run PHP Artisan native Jump. It's going to ask you if you are using an Android or an iPhone. And you just select whatever phone you have that's installed the Jump app, and it's going to show a QR code in the browser. You scan that with the Jump app, and voila, your application is on the device, and you have real native functionality right there in your hands without having to configure your environment at all. Now, I will put an asterisk. There's no hot module reloading, which is one thing I really, really want. It's something we'll figure out how to do. It's just a matter of time. We actually had a working model. It was working fine with Livewire, but with like inertia stuff, it wasn't. We didn't want to have it half baked, but we wanted to release it in time for everything else. So we'll get that going in the next couple months as well. And then it's just, you'll just make changes coding and you'll see them update on your device in real time. And it's badass. I didn't think it would go over as well as it has with the community. Everybody is like falling in love with this thing, really wowed by it. So pretty proud of that.
It sounds absolutely crazy.
Well, there's more to it too, actually. So Bifrost, remember I said about Bifrost, kind of like Forge or Cloud. If you sign in to the Jump app with your Bifrost credentials, you just go to the settings and sign in. it will pull down all of your projects, and you can see all the projects that are there. And you click on one, and it will pull up all of the different branches that you have for that project. So say you and I are working on the same team, right? And you've made some changes and you're on a different branch. I can just go and pull that down. It's going to do a build behind the scenes on AWS Code Build. It's going to pull it down, and it will unpackage right on my phone. I can see all your changes, and you're out to the races. It's kind of badass. Yeah.
That's the I don't have any words. Just kind of, I saw that and then you explaining, it's just like blowing my mind.
Yeah.
So we've had a comment from a subscriber from Bifrost subscriber here. I'll be using it for the mobile offering of my new Laravel SaaS that I'm launching soon. Appreciate you guys and the innovations you'll bring into Laravel and PHP community.
We absolutely love you. I just went to Costco today to get some milk and some water. You helped me with that. No joke. There's no sugarcoating that. You, the people, are helping us actually stay alive so we can keep working on this stuff. So it's a symbiotic mutual appreciation.
So what you're telling us is if we don't subscribe to Bifrost, you can't drink coffee.
I will die. I will die. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
It's worse than that. That native PHP won't exist because it does. I think these projects, this is something I was thinking about when we were talking about how we've transitioned to free, the challenge that we have to kind of think through like what the implications of that are for maintainers. That's what we see ourselves as, right? We're the maintainers of this, and I've always wanted it to be a sustainable thing because I know that projects like this only survive if you've got somebody behind it. Like, and by somebody, I mean not just developers who are prepared to give a spare time, but actually like proactively driving it forward. And to do that, you just have to be full time on it. It's a complex project and lots of different moving parts, and it needs like coordination and focus. And you can't give it that when you're, if you're the only person on it and you're only doing it on a Saturday evening. And it's a big enough project that it requires a lot more than 2 people, frankly, but it's only got 2 people. And we've tried to get it to a point where it's just sustainable, and I think we're not really even at that point yet, but we feel confident that like making it free is the right move to get there, and eternally grateful to everybody who's supported in getting to this point so far through all the different ways that they've done that, because it does mean that Shane will survive and the project will go on, and that's what it needs to do, so that more and more people keep on using it and benefiting from it. So carry on.
I will say it's probably one of the biggest things in the PHP community that's come out recently. I mean the language itself is always improving. There's cool stuff coming into the language, and all the different frameworks are sort of following on. There's cool stuff coming into the frameworks, but to be able to now actually use PHP for almost any device you can think possible, maybe not quite yet a fridge, Chris, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
Send me a fridge and I'll figure it out. I promise.
The stupid thing is that a lot of the smart fridges are effectively just a very big Android phone that you can put stuff in.
So it's subsequently, so we had some people point this out. I discovered this on my own, but I didn't want to say anything because I only spent 10 or 20 minutes playing with this thing. Somebody pointed out to us the other day that native PHP for mobile just works for, was it TV?
Yeah,
I think it was TV. Yeah. So just for TV out of the box, it just works. I played with it in an emulator. They had it actually working, I think. But it just kind of works. So you can build TV apps apparently, and we do want to expand. I think something Simon said, and I'm very careful and cautious saying this. We want to hire people, right? Every time I've said that, I ended up with like 100 different resumes in my inbox. We want the money to hire people is what I should say. We need the revenue to hire people. That's what I should be very specific about that. So
if somebody comes to you with a proposal of what they want to do and the money to do it.
Yes, we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you came to me with like, I want a job and here's enough money to pay my salary. We got you, dude. We got you. That'd be great.
So you're basically asking people to fund themselves so that you could hire them.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay. As long as we're completely sure there.
I think Joe has a really good point here. You could hire us.
Yeah, for sure. If you guys give us the money to pay for you, we will absolutely consider. We'll put it in the stack. We'll get to you in a couple of probably a year for us to get to the resumes. But
so
we'll consider it.
I have a plan. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to Taylor, get him to sponsor us. I'm then going to come and talk to you and say, right, Taylor's sponsoring us, so we're now going to write stuff for you, and then everybody's happy.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Right, we derailed a bit. Let's bring it back on track. So we've talked about Jump, which is like from after the plugins and being able to just pull in the bits that you need. That is pretty cool. Then you've gone and announced about Mimi. So tell us a bit more about Mimi.
Well, the first thing to say is just the last couple of days, we've had so many people come on and start using it. It's actually creaking under the pressure, and I haven't got the time to sort it out. So at the moment, it's kind of under maintenance. But when it works again, which it will do very soon, Mimi is it's basically our take on agentic coding environment for building mobile apps using native PHP, and it was like a sudden brainchild. I mean, we talked about it again. It's one of these things that we've had conversations of like stuff that we might like to do at some point in the future. But I was actually having I was having calls with my dad. My dad has suddenly got into coding. He's like 70, and but not really coding. He's just discovered the AI tools and has started to like, I can build apps now, which is great. I love it because the last thing that he did before that was like the closest thing to that was writing a little bit of HTML. And now he's like producing full-blown apps, and of course they use things like React and other horrible tools, not related to PHP. But I managed to sort of steer him towards a few of the tools that I'm more familiar with, and he's been building stuff in those as well. And he's been building some mobile apps, and he's doing all these different things, which is really, really cool. I'm like watching him go through the process of setting some of this stuff up, and I'm thinking about like what I find really, really useful and why those tools are really easy to use and enjoyable. And I'm just like, it's just too difficult for normies to build with this stuff at the moment. Like there's a lot of hurdles that you've got to step over. But then I'm like, well, our goal is not really ever to build tools to bring any person into this, but it's still there's still like a hurdle. Even if you're a developer, right, you've still got to install tools on your system that are like multiple gigabytes to download. They take configuration that can take hours or days to get right, and then if your machine is performant enough to run all of these things so that you can actually start building and start testing, then good job, but it's still going to take a lot of time. And what we realized was that if you just kind of have an environment ready to go and you throw all of the tools together in one place, you can get to building apps way faster. because of the way that we provision the environments, you don't even have to wait for like Composer install of Laravel. You don't have to wait for Composer install of native PHP. And it's usually within a minute, the environment is ready to start receiving prompts. And then we focused less on like writing code and more on just using an LLM to make all of the changes for you. And so then you're just literally prompting this isolated environment to go and build your application for you. And it's showing you a preview as it's making changes. I would love to demo it, but I can't because it's broken. But
I'm gonna try mine.
yeah, it's cool because, you know, like if you just like dipping your toe in this space of like using Claude Code, Opus, you know, like to start building apps, now you can do it without any of the setup. You can just toy around for a bit, and if you get a Bifrost subscription, you can then export all of the code that it's created for you to your GitHub account. So then you can go and do whatever you want to do with it. Like you don't have to use that tool at all if you don't want to continue with that. So it's even just like a great way to start a project and get you off the ground and running. But then it's plugged into all of the other things, like you can build through Bifrost from there. So you can actually take it to the store from Mimi. You can build it for Jump. And so then you just scan the QR code from Mimi and it's running on your phone. And you haven't had to install a thing on your laptop. So I think that's really cool. We're going to get it working properly again soon. And then, you know, even better.
I was going to say the dashboard is working. I can't like type into the input at the moment. I could show that if you guys want to see that and just see a little bit. Yeah, you want to see it? All right.
Yeah. Let's see it.
Here we go.
Is it demoing your app?
This is the app that I always kind of play with, but it's like right now I can't even type into this. I don't know if I could use my voice, but either way, this came in with just a prompt. So here's the initial prompt. I said, make me an iPhone calculator clone, but make it Mother's Day themed. And now it doesn't look Mother's Day themed, obviously, because I told it to make it St. Patty's Day themed instead, someplace else. So just change the theme. And yeah, that was kind of it. You have all sorts of tooling here on the side. So we can actually look at the files. So here's all the Laravel files. So you can see everything. Man, Simon, you did a bang up job on this. I'm really happy to see all this stuff. It's really cool. So you can browse everything here. It connects directly to GitHub. So I can see it on GitHub. I can disconnect it. I can make a new branch and work on a different branch if I want to. I can make a pull request from that branch into my branch. I don't know what view project. Oh, that's looking at it on Bifrost. So once it's attached to the Bifrost, then you can do that. And then here it is. So you can preview it on device. So this will actually create that the QR code for Jump. And I mean, I don't know how well you'll see this on the screen, but I'll go ahead and scan this. In fact, if you have the Jump app installed at home, technically you could scan that right now and see it. It would work. So let me go back to here and show my. All right, you see my video again. So here it is. It's just scanned and it's downloaded, and it's giving me this little prompt of like, hey, when you go into the app, if you want to exit, use 3 fingers to escape. And so I say, got it. And there's my little St. Patty's Day calculator. It's kind of bright there. Sorry, I apologize for that.
That's okay. We get the gist.
What's 0.1 plus 0.2?
I don't know what not means, but I'm going to do 9 times 9.
Whatever JavaScript says.
I'm American.
So now do 0.1 plus 0.2. I just want to see if it's caught the obvious error.
Negative 0.1. What is it?
Plus 0.2.
Plus positive 0.2?
Yeah.
We're going to hit equals in a second.
Yep.
Yeah.
It hasn't managed floating point errors yet, but I'm sure you could tell it to.
I probably could tell it to. So I'll just use this is if you want to see jump while we're here. So I just use those 3 fingers to swipe away. So these are all the Mimi apps that I've got installed. Here's like local development stuff. What's really nice is even after you walk away, you disconnect from your local network, those files remain inside of the app. So I can, if I want to demo this to a client or something, I can just flash it to my phone and I can take it to them and I can show them. And then Bifrost. If I'm on Bifrost, I'll just scroll down to this one on the bottom here. I'm going to say run. And then I can see all the different branches that I've got up there. I can just click one of them and say download and run. And it's going to create this build in the back end with AWS code builds. Since it's already done that, it knows that it's already got one there for this commit. So that commit hash, it's already got a zip related to it. So it doesn't have to rebuild it every single time. And there we go. So we've got the actual thing here, and this is like fully functional. So there's the camera and I can take pictures and it's all native stuff and good to go. Badass.
That's
happy with
incredible. Yeah, you should be. You really should be. So I have a question for in regards to the Mimi. So I'll give you a bit of a scenario. I've been building a web application for some time now. I'm looking to create a mobile version of that. What I've started to do was to excuse me. On my local machine, I've got a file directory with that project in, and then 2 Laravel projects. One is the web, one is the mobile, and then I'm running Claude within that directory, so it's got access to both those repos. And I'm kind of saying, right, okay, now let's have a look at this and let's transfer what we've done here for this feature and make it work in the mobile app. Can Mimi access other repos on GitHub and do a similar thing? So if I say, can you go and look at my repo here? This is a web application. I want to start building the mobile version of this. Could it do that?
Principally, it would be able to do that. It can't do that right now because it's built around just interfacing with a single repository, a single project. But if there was enough demand for that kind of a feature and it made sense to build all of that, which I can't imagine it would be that much. I mean, you basically just giving the LLM a wider circle of things to go and reach into. So it wouldn't be like a ton of stuff to do, but in theory, then
it sounds like
any of that stuff.
It sounds like it'd be pretty much the same as add directory in Claude Code.
It's similar. You'd have to clone that repository first, obviously, and then you could reference it. Sure. Kinda. Yeah.
You could. There's a few ways that you could cut it, and I think that it would be interesting to see how people would like to approach it. I'd love to talk to somebody who was like determined to make that workflow work for them if it was that sort of powerful.
I do see like a really good edge case for if you already have a native PHP mobile app in GitHub and perhaps even on Bifrost to bring that into Mimi. So it's a different use case than to reference a non-native PHP app. But if I've already got one, here's the GitHub repository, just build it off of that. And then I can start vibe coding on that same thing. The thing is, if you're using an Anthropic key, which you need for Mimi, you could just do that locally anyway. So I don't know how much value it's actually adding for the developer.
Okay, fair enough. Cool. Okay, so is there? I think was that everything that you announced at the beginning of the month?
Was that everything? Plugins, Mimi, free, open source.
Not quite, because we've had a couple of things come out since then. So back to plugins, we something that Shane's been working on very heavily as part of building out the plugin functionality is actually a Claude Code plugin, which we're calling our plugin dev kit. So actually going back to plugins in general, we talk about the premium plugins, and we've had people say, it's weird now that this is free and that you've got these paid plugins, and it's, we say, well, that does help support the project. But the other side to that is, well, if you want to, you can just go and build all of that functionality yourself. Like, it's that open that if you really didn't want to pay like $29 or $49 for a plugin, then you can skip all of that. You can just go and build it. But where the plugin dev kit comes in, so if you don't know Swift and you don't know Kotlin, or you don't want to write in multiple languages and you still want to build for multiple platforms, this will help you get going if you're using Claude Code. So it literally just plugs right into the Claude Code. Claude's got all of this stuff built into it to like install their plugins. And then once that's in place, and you kind of give the prompt that says, I want to build a plugin for native PHP, it's going to start asking you all the questions and prompting you around the stuff that you need to think about, and how you want the thing to work, and which dependencies from Swift Package Manager or Cocoa Pods or Gradle you want to use, and all of that kind of thing. And then it brings it all together. And it will do, I think, I haven't done that many plugins with it yet because I've been focusing on other things, but Shane's done a ton.
I do them like every day. And then I just throw them away because really I'm just like building whatever I want to build, and then whatever.
Because they take honestly, no time, right? Because it's like 10 minutes to build a plugin.
For the most part, it's like one prompt. Almost every single time, it's a one shot to get it to work. Maybe a couple. Sometimes there's like a build failure, so you just copy and paste the build failure back into the model, and it just fixes it, and you're good to go. And it's pretty badass. Yeah.
One thing just to on plugins, correct me if I'm wrong, is it a one-time payment and you can use it for as many apps as you want?
Forever. Yep. There's no subscription. There's no limits. Yep. Cool.
Okay. Well, I think we've pretty much covered everything that was in that announcement. And you guys are coming out with more stuff. There's always announcements. I can't keep up with you. There's always something new coming in. So is there anything else that's that you want to mention that's you've released since the beginning of the month?
It's a couple patches that we've released, but no, we're right now we're focusing on Simon's got a talk at PHP UK in a couple of days, and then a week later at Laracon EU. I've also been blessed with a speaking slot at Laracon EU as well. So we're preparing for that. And also kind of like preparing mentally for when we return from that trip. Because it's kind of game on. We've got about 2.5 months or so until PHP Tech in Chicago and Laravel Live Japan, which are back to back. For me, I'm flying right from Chicago to Tokyo. And then coming back from that, we've got about 1.5 months until Laracon US. And we're doing something special. So I guess this is an announcement that we made the other day. If you've ever been to Laracon US, you know how exciting, or any Laracon, I would say it's probably true for almost every Laracon. After 2 days of talks and being around like-minded people, it is just, you are just flowing with ideas and vibing. And we've been thinking about this for a long time, like how to capitalize on that. I don't mean in a financial gain sort of capitalization, but like how can we expand upon that? And I think if Shane and Simon, who were nobody 2 years ago, did what we're doing now, it would have flopped. We still run the risk of that, to be honest. But we're doing what we're calling a day 3 for Laracon. So a mile away from Laracon in Boston, in US. On the third day from, I think it's 9 a.m. till 4 p.m., we're hosting we're calling it the vibes. Let's keep the vibes going. So we're not like doing any big talks or big announcements or releases or anything like that from native PHP. We're just hosting this environment. We put the deposit down on the venue, which was pretty nerve-wracking. And we're getting catering. And so let the coffee and Coke Zeros flow all day long. buy a ticket. We're selling tickets for $89. That's going to go up to, I think, $129 after March. And that's really, we're just trying to not go broke on the event. It's not cheap, but we're not looking to gain anything is what I'm trying to get at. We're just hoping to cover the cost of it with that. And I think we're limiting it to 100 or 120 people, something like that. And we think that's doable given that there's going to be about 12 to 1,300 people at Laracon this year. So we're pretty excited about that. We really want people to start buying tickets for that, please. We've sold a few. That's great. But we need to sell quite a few more. Please buy tickets. If you think you're going to go, just buy a ticket. And then if you don't go, that's okay. You helped a good cause.
That's cool.
Just put the link on the screen. It's nativephp.com/the-vibes.
Thank you so much. Yep. It's going to be awesome. The venue is beautiful. It's beautiful, gorgeous. If you scroll down to the bottom of that, there's some real pictures of a real place, not AI, not Nana Banana or whatever. I guess.
Well, you've kind of answered my my next question, because I've seen you've been doing quite a few talks recently, and I was going to ask what you've got coming up. So we know, Simon, you're going to be in. Did you say you're already in London at the moment?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, you're already there. So we'll be joining you on Friday. We'll be coming down to PHP UK. Anyone else that's coming down, do come and say hello to us. Or me and Chris will have loads of stickers and things to give out as well, if you like stickers. Come and say hi. Come and say hi to Simon, and that'll be cool. We think. Did you say it's a three track this year? 3 track, 1 day, 3 track. Yeah, lots of really good talks. Friend of ours, Sarah, and one of the internals will be there. I can't remember. She's going to kill me, but I can't remember what her talk is.
I shall find out.
Chris can't remember, so he's looking it up to make it look like he's remembered.
Come on, Chris.
I'll let him look it up. I'll be honest, I've not looked at the full list of speakers yet, so I'll need to do that soon to decide where I'm going.
There's a lot of good people on there. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a really good event. The thing, like I find with the multi-track events though, is I never get to see all of the talks that I would like to see. And yeah, I'm also much more of a fan of the social aspects rather than the talks, which is why, with our day 3 thing, the vibes is a social thing and not a talks thing, because it's that extended opportunity to chat rather than, I think you can learn a lot from just sitting at a table with a bunch of smart people.
And I'm not well, I obviously need to plug this as well, but I completely agree with what you're saying, and I think that's why I love tech so much. That it's a 3-day. There is 3 tracks, 4 tracks if you now count the JS tech as well. But if you've got a ticket, you get access to all of those videos. We record everything's streamed for anyone who has a virtual ticket. So if you've got a ticket or you're involved in some way, you'll have access to all those talks, because we know you can't get to all the talks. But on all 3 evenings, there's a lot of socializing going on. There's a lot of people just chatting about all sorts of things, and playing games, karaoke, and then the going out.
It was awesome last year, actually.
Sorry,
it was awesome. I was there last year. It was my first time there. It was awesome. Yeah.
Everyone just come, because we're all contained in the one. Most of us are all in the same hotel. You're got rooms within the hotel. You just go downstairs to the main room, and we're all just sitting there running around. People are playing poker or all sorts of things going on. And if we're lucky, we get Sarah up to sing in karaoke. So that's social.
Dungeons and Dragons campaign this year.
Oh wow!
You are.
Apparently so.
Yeah, you're running a Dungeons and Dragons.
I mean, full outfit, dungeon master style.
Yeah, I mean, it sort of came about by doing a talk for Merge PHP last week, and I spoke on domain-driven development in PHP, and I used D&D as the example. And now, for some reason, I'm doing a D&D campaign in tech.
There you go. Goes both ways. That's cool.
So yeah, like going back to what we were saying, the social side of a conference is great. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing you in person on Friday.
Yeah, likewise.
So that'd be good. It'll be nice to meet some of our listeners and followers as well. Anyone else that's down there, and then obviously, Shane, we'll see you in Chicago in May. Yeah, that would be great.
We'll get some pizza. Hopefully, I went to what was that place called? Not Giordano's. Sounds like Illuminati. Luminalti. That's it. Luminalti's. Oh my freaking god, dude! This pizza was out of this world. That's like, as soon as like the CFP came up, I was like, I'm going. I gotta go. I gotta go. So good.
Yeah, we. I remember So this year would be my third. But the first year, when I was working for PHP Architect, they flew me out to work on it. We went to go and get pizza on our last night, and that was get proper Chicago pizza. That was quite an experience.
Joe 100% agrees it is the best, and anyone who says different is incorrect. And
he's talking about native PHP.
No. He's talking about that.
There you go. He's helping you out. We'll have to go. Right, Joe, don't be sick this year. We'll have to arrange as a team. We'll go over and get pizza. One night as a team. Yeah, so that's some cool things to look forward to. And then you're off to. You've got before tech. You're off in Laravel EU.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple months between the two, but yeah. I'm leaving next Friday is when I fly out. So
right.
Yeah, it's coming up quick.
I know.
Seems to be a lot of the conferences are earlier on in the year. There's quite a few that sort of go through up until about June. I think is Laravel Live UK. It's in June, I think.
You guys want to hear something hilarious?
Always.
Totally off the topic. So there's like a quarterly PHP upstate, they call it, for South Carolina, where I live. It's about 2 hours away. Bogdan Karchenko puts it on. Jason Beggs lives a couple hours away. He always comes. Matt Stoffer shown up a couple times. There's some few notables. Stephen Fox, who was on the bucket with us. I know he's going to be there. He's got a room for the night. So I'm taking my son out of school like an hour early to bring him to this, and he's excited about it. But what I've done is in the Telegram group is told everybody, we got to prank him somehow. And we were like floating around ideas to prank my son. And I think what we've agreed on is like we're gonna have like a video game intervention. So like as soon as we sit down to start talking about like announcements in the whole evening, we're all just gonna circle. It's like 15 or 20 guys, right? Just circle around my son, and be like, listen. Your dad loves you a whole lot. I cannot wait, dude. It's in 2 days on Thursday. I'm going to try to get on video. It's going to be so funny.
And how old is your son?
He's 16.
Oh, he's old enough to take it then.
Yeah. He'll be fine. It's not like 4 years old. That would be really cruel.
Scarred.
I was just imagining like this 10-year-old bursting into tears at the idea of not being able to play games anymore.
All your new uncles, you know. No, he's got a good sense of humor too. He's gonna get it. It'll be funny. So I thought I'd share.
We look forward to the video.
Yeah.
Of you tormenting your son.
Yeah. And there's no chance he'll see this, so I'm totally fine, talking about him.
There's no chance he'll see this unless I find his socials and send it him.
He doesn't have any. He just doesn't do his socials. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, if you can find it, share it with me, man. That's like I really don't think he's on socials.
You've just opened him up for a challenge now. Right?
Go for it, please do. Would love it. I know he's on Discord. That's the only thing that he does like that, and he just talks to the same friends over and over. And YouTube. I don't think that's social media though.
I mean, at 16, probably something like Fortnite or somewhere around that kind of region. I'd find him on there.
He does video games, but not Fortnite. No, I never got into that.
Call of Duty?
Nope. We had a rule when he was growing up, like no shoot 'em up games. I just was against like
Fair.
actual killing stuff like that for the most part. And then he did play a couple that were like, wait, this is you're killing, but it's like more cartoon character kind of stuff. But so you win some, you lose some. But he's never done the Call of Duty. He's never done the Fortnite stuff. He does this one. I mean, he's a brainiac, man. He does this one where it's like a cube that's like flashing across the screen. You have to jump over like different hurdles. I forget what it's called, but it's like jumping up and down, like you revert gravity, and you're stuck to the top and you have to jump, and it's very fast paced, and he's kind of a wizard.
To be honest, it sounds like you're describing Mario.
Not Mario. That is a square flashing across. It is pretty close, actually. Mario 2. He has a dress now. No, he does pretty good with what he does do. He just sucks at doing his homework. So he'll get hundreds on his tests. If you look at his grades, he's got 97 or something in chemistry, advanced biochemics with honors, something or other. He's got, but then you look advanced web page design. I will show his grades on screen, dude. I have no shame about this at all. Advanced web page design, he's got a 33. And I'm like, you are my kid, dude. You do not realize you are failing miserably. Advanced web page design. I'm like, what are you even learning in that? He's like, something about like detecting the width of the screen and like the media. I'm like, media queries, dude. It's like, yeah, responsive something. I'm like, yeah, what the hell, dude? I don't know this stuff. Something about a viewport. I'm like, yes. It's crazy.
But then by the time he's finished school and looking at a career, he won't need any of that anyway.
No, it's good to know the base. I mean, just like what we do now, the more we know, like the better developers we were, like architecturally and stuff. We know when to correct the AI. People that are just vibe coding for vibe coding's sake, I don't want to. I'm scared to download any software anywhere because I don't know how much I can trust it if it was really vibe coded like that. So
yes, that's certainly the hot topic.
It certainly is
about vibe coding. It was interesting because I don't know if I've mentioned this to you guys when you're on the show before. I'm actually doing a CS degree at the moment through the Open University.
Nice.
Oh, I think we did talk about this because you were telling me to do my assignment with PHP,
yeah,
which I didn't in the end. I did actually do it as I was supposed to, but I'm tempted to build the same app in native PHP and see what it's like, see how much easier it is and how much more I understand of the actual code. But there was actually part of the assignment. There was a question that I had to use AI for. And then you go through, or you learn all these talks about how to verify all the references and things like that. And all it was I had to ask it to write the first draft of a report that I needed to add to the assignment. So I got it to do it, and then I basically rewrote the whole thing just from what it churned out. I just used more of the headings, really. But there was a whole section about using it to vibe code. So even in the degrees, they're talking about vibe coding, and they're telling you you can't just rely on it. There are mistakes. You've got to verify everything. And yeah, when as I said at the beginning, at the top of the show, that I've been using Claude to build a couple of apps in native PHP. I'm looking at the code. I'm always reviewing the code and going, do I understand every line of that code? Do I know what that is doing? If I don't, then I'm checking it. I'm never just going, yeah, that's fine. The only time I do that is when it's writing JavaScript, but then I'm going to call Chris to check it for me. he can code check the JavaScript for me because I look at JavaScript and I just don't know what's going on. But
neither do most JavaScript developers.
Shush, we're supposed to be trying to sell them JS Tech, and now you're
that's why you're selling tickets to JS Tech so they can come and learn.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, I mean I do exaggerate my skills with not exaggerate my hateful JS for JavaScript, but the important message is you vibe code. You can't just vibe code. You've got, as you say, you've got to have that fundamental knowledge of development and understand when you look at things, it doesn't look right. And there's been times when I've done it and I've looked at things and thought, I don't remember that function ever being in PHP. Look it up, and lo and behold, it's not in PHP. It doesn't exist. Because of where it's learning how to code. The biggest place is probably Stack Overflow. And let's have a look at Stack Overflow, the ratio of good answers to bad answers.
And then you get responses from Claude as well. When it does something like that and invents a function, you're absolutely right. Then why did you use it in the first place?
I'm not finding that really, honestly, at all, doing Laravel stuff with it. I don't know whether it's the tools. Maybe it's also just like a lot of the things that we've been doing recently have been very greenfield rather than like brownfield projects. But I do have a sense that there's something about like well-established tools like Laravel, and then the tooling, well documented. Lots of examples of well-built projects in open source code that the LLMs have been able to trawl through. That just makes it a lot more reliable, to go and build on top of using the LLMs. But that's purely anecdotal because I just I'm not working on lots of other projects and that kind of thing.
There's another point there too. My dad is also, he's getting into OpenClaw. He hasn't touched a computer in like a year and a half or something. And last time I saw him, I gave him one of my old MacBooks. And so he's like fished it out. He's like, I don't have to buy a Mac Mini. And he's like playing with us and he's loving it. He's got a SSH to an old Windows box that's got a Linux box up. And so he's having it do some stuff there and it's talking back and forth, whatever. But he's telling me like as he's telling me this, I had it like sharply, like, that's not how you talk to AI, because he is like, it'll go and do something and it will completely forget something. And it's like gaslighting him into thinking that it's doing something right. And then his response to it, what his words to me was, you always do that. And I don't like it when you do that. And it's like, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I'll change. That'll be the last time. And I'm like, Dad, that is wrong. You can't, you're almost affirming it by saying that. You have to correct it. You have to say, don't do that anymore, not point out the bad behavior. Pointing out the bad behavior does not tell it to fix itself. Tell it to fix itself. You know what I mean? And so he's gotten a little bit better results with just changing the mindset. But he's very good at complaining, loves to complain. And so I think that's what he's like, don't be dumb. Just don't be, it's like, sorry, I won't be dumb anymore. But like, you haven't fixed a thing, Don't be dumb.
I mean, my example of finding or trying to write things with functions that don't exist is, I haven't had that for a while. I think, like you're saying, Simon, with things like Laravel, now with Laravel Boost, it has massively improved the way that we can use AI to build things, but you still need that fundamental understanding of programming to be able to do that. Unfortunately, I think we might have lost Simon.
It looks that way.
He looks great.
He's borrowed Eric's connection.
He's like, I'm just gonna pause and think he's gone back.
Now, or he's the
plants
master of statues.
I'm looking at the plants and the plant's moving. No, I think he's frozen. I think we've lost him. On that note, I think we should probably wrap things up now. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's been
we're always looking for opportunities to get the word out there, so we appreciate another platform.
Yeah, and the speed you guys are churning things out and improving things.
We'll see you at the end of March.
Yeah, we'll have you on again. But excited to meet you properly in May
should be fun.
PHP Tech, that'll be awesome. If Simon can hear us, we'll see him on Friday. I don't know if he can hear us or not.
Hopefully he'll see him on Friday.
He'll be still in that statue like that on Friday. He won't have moved.
Oh God. I'm the sole owner now of Native PHP, or sole maintainer, I guess. Yeah.
Well, surely then there's a bit of money now to hire a PHP architect. To work
Exactly. We can.
Yeah.
with
There
you.
you go.
So if anyone hadn't realised that we are also a studio and do client work,
We do.
which apparently some people don't realise. It's not just
Didn't
a
know.
magazine, not just a conference and podcast. We actually do code on a daily basis. Most of us. Simon has returned. Let's bring him back in.
Hey.
Hey.
Was it like this? Is this how I'm supposed
Yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah.
that was pretty.
Sorry about
That's okay. Okay, we're just wrapping up. So Simon, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Look forward to meeting you in person on Friday and chatting with you. However, I think there's going to be a bit of a fight for your time. I could imagine you're going to be quite popular on Friday. So
He's popular today.
Well, yeah, I know. Do you know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of people there in person that would like to pull him aside and bend his ear about things.
I'm sure there will be, the small groups hovering and then plucking up the courage to come and say hello, which I will welcome. It's not going to hold a candle to what happened in India, which was
I was going to say that was good.
Stream of people, crowds of people coming
Insane.
up, everyone asking multiple questions at the same time. So it'll be fine. I think it'll be all right.
Are you staying in London Friday night? Are you going to be around for the social afterwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a good time to bend your ear a bit once we've all got beers in us.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd be great to see some people there. So me and Chris will also be there. We'll be bringing some stickers down if you like stickers. We got flashy business cards as well now to hand out. So
and you can't exactly miss us in a crowd, can you?
No, we'll be wearing these tops. So if you're looking for us, just look for the orange tops.
The parking attendants.
We can only try. We can only try, Chris.
Well. Anyway, thank you again, you two, for joining us this evening. It's always great fun having you on and chatting about all the cool stuff that you're doing in the PHP world at the moment. Thank you everyone for listening. Do remember though, we do have our Discord channel. It's not just for whilst we're live. You can join in the chat all week long. There's all sorts of people in there. All four of us are in there, I think. Simon, you're in our Discord, aren't you? Yeah. So if you've got any more questions, then pop them in our Discord, and someone will definitely answer them. There's all sorts of people in there, package maintainers, people in PHP internals. So there's some amazing questions and conversations go on weekly.
Yeah.
Yep, go on.
And next week we have another guest. He should have been on last week and wasn't well. So we've got Ben Ramsey with us next week. So we're going to...
Gordon Ramsay?
No, Ben Ramsey.
Yeah, we're not that high profile yet.
Wow.
I mean, if Gordon Ramsay did start as a footballer, then became a cook. So if we can convince him to start doing code, we can probably get him on.
Oh dear. Yeah. So Ben Ramsey, he'll be joining us next week. We'll be talking about we're talking about contributing to PHP.
Contributing to PHP, RFCs, all of that kind of
the whole
stuff.
process.
And I'm also going to grill him to explain the entirety of UUID in 1 minute.
Well, that's a bit mean, but hopefully he's listening. So he's now got a week to prepare that 1 minute talk.
Can you just imagine an elevator pitch for a UUID, though?
If you don't know, Ben is the creator of the UUID package that pretty much everyone uses in PHP. Just to let you know. Yes, so that's our Discord. If you're on a YouTube channel, please do like and subscribe. Help us get these videos out to more people in the universe. Don't forget, we've got our magazine discount. A live 3 will give you the first 3 months of our annual digital subscription to our magazine, PHP Architect, where we talk about lots of things, mainly all about PHP and development things all around. Don't forget, tickets for PHP Tech still available. Do come and join us, as we talked about earlier. It's one of my favourite conferences. Just a lot of it purely because of the socialising, as we said. But there'll be some amazing talks. All the talk speakers have been announced. You can go. Has the schedule been announced, or is it? I don't think the schedule's out yet.
Don't know.
Anyway, JS Tech will be also running for the first time ever alongside PHP Tech. And as we've mentioned, if you buy a ticket, you can go to either one of the talks. You don't not hemmed into one side of the talk. So we've got, so basically it's 4 tracks, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Unless John's miscounted and invited too many speakers again, which he has done. He's got form for that. But yeah, that'll be 4 tracks. 1 track will be dedicated solely to JavaScript. Don't forget to head over to our swag store where you can pick up some pretty cool t-shirts, hats. There's some cups, mugs, and all sorts of things there. So do head over and see what you can grab there. Once again, Nitu, thank you very much for giving us your time this evening. And don't forget, everyone, the vibes after Laravel.
Laracon US?
Oh, you should have let him try.
Laracon US. I've just got really dry all of a sudden. Laracon US. That sounds like a really cool. If I could get over there for that, then I'd definitely be joining you. But I'm not sure if I can make that journey. Unfortunately,
The food will be great.
Yeah.
The company too, I think.
And if you haven't seen enough of Simon, well, there's an entire course of him on Laracasts on that link right there, laracast.com/series/build-native-apps-with-PHP, which is a lot easier to read if you're on YouTube.
Yeah, I do have to remember we have some audio listeners only, and we never always read out all the links that we put up. So if you're listening and we haven't read out some, go to YouTube, watch the video. Whilst you're there, like and subscribe. Yep. Thank you very much.
And whilst you're there, give the video a thumbs up.
Well, that's liking it. I've said that bit, but never mind.
Oh, but John calls it thumbs up, not like.
Ah, okay.
Do
Well,
both,
thumbs up it and like it and subscribe to the channel.
It sounds painful.
Depends how long he's been in London, I guess.
On that note, I am going to say good night. If I can find the right outro. Good night, guys. Thank you very much.